What if Christianity was a trick to mentally enslave Africans? Look at this. When Europeans came to Africa, they didn't start with guns. They started with the Bible. Missionaries built churches and schools. And what did they teach? That African gods were evil, that ancestors were demons, that our culture was backward. But once a people reject their gods, they reject their identity. And once identity is gone, the people grew weak. Weakness makes it easy to be controlled, and that was the first step to colonization. History proves it. In Ghana, Emina, and Cape Coast Castle, churches were built directly above slave dungeons. Europeans prayed upstairs, while Africans groaned in chains below. Worship on top, suffering at the bottom. Then came the teaching, turn the other cheek, the Lord will fight for you. This word made Africans afraid to resist. Meanwhile, colonizers killed, stole, and looted resources without fear, saying God was on their side. Africans were also told, your reward is in heaven. But while Africans waited for their heaven reward, Europeans built their heaven here on earth with African resources. Mission school added to this. Yes, they taught reading and writing, but they also taught Africans to think like Europeans, dress like Europeans, and speak European language. Over time, Africans began to see their own culture as evil, while worshipping Europeans' culture as superior. But here is the fact. The ancient African was richer, stronger, and more advanced than today's African. Why? Because they knew who they were. They had mighty kingdoms, strong system of government, advanced trade network, medicine, art, and spirituality. If Africans had been left with their own belief and system, Africa could have developed better than any continent today. In many ways, Africa was more civilized than Europe at that time. Our cultures were rich and powerful, but colonizers forced us to believe they were evil and fetish. And here is the hypocrisy. Those same gods, idols, masks, and sacred images that Europeans told us to burn and reject, they stole them. They carried them away to Europe. Today, African sacred treasures sit in museums as priceless art, the same things they once called evil. Examples: in Benin City, 1897, the British looted the palace and carried away the famous Benin bruises. In Madala, Ethiopia, 1868, they stole crowns, crosses, and holy books. In Kumasi, Ghana, 1874, they looted Ashanti gold and royal regalia. The very heart of African power was taken and displayed overseas. And remember, colonizers never gave Africa anything good for free. Their mission was to steal and destroy. So how could those same people who came to rob you suddenly give you something that would truly save you? So what if Christianity during colonialism was not just faith, but a weapon? A way to break African gods,